guys, how you doing? This is Manga etc. and I'm here today to bring you the reviews for Fairy Tail manga chapter 433 and 434, and you get like this double chapter again. This is the second to last one, so next week we'll have the last of the double chapters and then we're back to the single chapter releases. So I'm going to do this review like I've been doing it for the last 2 weeks. I'll do one, talk about one and then talk about the other, but it'll be together and they'll have their own separate ratings as usual. So yeah, so 433 is basically Natsu versus Arlok. So yeah, Arlok starts off attacking and Natsu deflects his start off attack, and then Natsu's on he's ready to attack on his own, and Arlok starts to put up these barriers which is commented to be unbreakable, but Natsu's easily breaking through these barriers, making his way to Arlok, and we finally get a named attack out of Natsu, and he does an Iron Fist, and he one shots Arlok. He's not unconscious, but he's not fighting no more either. And then as he's there lying on the floor, he says, yeah, this is all part of my, this was part, like it goes on to say, this is part of his plan. His plan wasn't to have the villagers killed, it was to have like the people of Avatar killed, basically, because they worship Zarif and have strong beliefs for Zarif, that these were the things that Arlok wanted, that would help to summon Zarif to him. So Arlok goes on to do this summoning magic, and he summons down this giant looking thing, and we later find out that this is one of the 18 war gods of Yakuma. Yeah, one of the 18 war gods of Yakuma. And the chapter just ends off in essence with the giant being summoned. It's stomping on like anyone who's in this way, basically, and Natsu's just getting angry for the way that Arlok is treating his friends, and in essence this is how the chapter ends. For rating, because I don't know, because I'm impressed and I'm unimpressed at the same time with this chapter. Like, I'm impressed with what Natsu's doing. Like, we clearly can see he's gotten stronger. His Iron Fist can now take out, say, I don't know if that's a mountainside or a hillside. I'm going with hillside. And yeah, like, it didn't destroy it completely, but like it did fairly significant damage to it. Like, that's impressive for Natsu. But I'm unimpressed, like, just because Natsu, my problem is just because Natsu has got, yes, we know Natsu's gotten stronger, but just because he's gotten stronger doesn't mean that Avatar has to be weak. It doesn't mean they have to be getting one-shotted left, right and centre. So that's why I'm a bit with the rating. Like, I don't know what to give it. I don't know what to give it at all. Like, I'm trying to think of a reason why I shouldn't give it lower than a 3-star. But I'm going to continue on with the review, and if it changes, it changes. If anything, for now, it just scrapes a 3-star rating. Moving on to the next chapter, and this chapter is literally basically Natsu versus this giant thing, whatever. The war god. That's what this chapter is about, and it's basically this war god. He swings his sword, and this sword is earth split. It's basically splitting the earth, which is not too much of a surprise, because seeing as how this giant is so big, you'd be unimpressed if it wasn't doing this kind of level of attack. But anyway, he does this attack now, and Natsu's hopped onto his sword, and he's basically making his way up to the giant's head, and as he's making his way up, he's just having a speech. Basically, it's just him having a speech with Arlok about friendship, his views on friendship against Arlok's views on friendship. Obviously, Arlok's views are negative, saying friends are just there to be used, basically, and Natsu is just there talking about how no, it's because of his bonds with his friendship and the hard times with his friendship, which has led the struggles with his friendship, and the fact that he doesn't want to lose his friends again as to why he's so strong. So as he's on top of this giant's head, he's just punching it, and that leads to the, I suppose, the most impressive bit of the chapter, which was his new attack, which was called the Demolition Fist of the Fire Dragon King. So it looks like we're getting like a whole new level of attacks from Natsu, because obviously we've got the normal fire dragon stuff, but it looks like maybe now that we might be going to Fire Dragon King stuff, so a whole new level of strong attacks, which would probably be nice to see. And in essence, yeah, he takes out this war god with this Demolition Fist. And again, I go back to the whole fact about why Avatar has to be so weak, just to more emphasize that Natsu is stronger now. I'm going to move on to the rating, and this chapter would have got the same rating as the previous chapter if it wasn't for just the slight, like the Demolition Fist. Like I was expecting this fight with this giant to end in this one episode, but I wasn't expecting it to blow up. So just for the fact that it blew off and it caught me with a little bit of a surprise, I'm going to give chapter 434 a 3.5 star rating. Well, if it wasn't for that, it would be getting like just scraping the 3. I'm even thinking to lower it to 2. Nah, I'm going to leave it at 3 for chapter 433 because that was it really. But it looks like Avatar's done now, so I don't know where the story is going from here. Well, obviously, we'll see next week. Tell me your thoughts and opinions on this chapter, the 2 chapters, sorry. So if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and like I always say, enjoy the rest of your day.